I keep seeing why and how do I got 6 kids. I think everybody knows how I got 6 kids, but why? Long story short, I was going through various situations within my household at 14, 13 years old. Ended up being with my grandma, ended up meeting my first baby daddy and moving in with him when I was 14 years old, having 3 kids with him. Then moving on to my second relationship that I'm in right now, having 5 kids with him. One that's deceased that I don't like to speak about. I just feel like some people grow up faster than others, are forced to grow up faster than others, and that's fine. You know, some people's situation is not gonna be all sweet and dandy like people think or hope to see it. People gonna judge you no matter what. Just keep doing you. As long as I'm taking care of my kids, as long as my kids are fed, as long as they have clothes and shoes, that's all that really matters.
So there's a young lady here who's 26 and she has 6 kids. And what I'm about to say is not directed towards her. It's just her story made me think about it, especially being an educator. And what I want to say is that y'all, especially black people, have to stop with the willful ignorance. Pretending that you can accomplish the same things with the same amount of ease as someone who does not have children young or does not have a lot of children is absolutely wild. You can absolutely be a teen parent and still do well. We've seen those people. You can have a lot of kids and you can still do well. Are some of your kids going to be messed up? Yeah, but you can do well. But are you going to struggle more? Yes, you are. Are you going to have a more difficult life? Yes, you are. Is it more likely that your children will have a more difficult experience? Yes, it is. And this isn't like opinion-based social comment. No, it's statistics. Whatever the parents do, the kids are twice as likely to do. If the parents are alcoholics, the kids are more likely to be alcoholics. If the parents are teen parents, the kids are more likely to be teen parents. If the parents are impoverished, the kids are more likely to be impoverished. That's just how it is. And on this app, we constantly see people who are already struggling and just continue to put themselves in worse and worse positions. And here y'all go in the comments, good job, mama. No, it's not a good job. You shouldn't have did that. Especially when it comes to the kids, because it's not just you. It's not a good job at all. Whatever you're experiencing, your kids are more likely to experience. You're already doing bad, and you keep adding to it. And y'all in the comments, just keep egging it on. And this is not geared towards the young lady who already has the 6 kids. She already has the kids. Ain't nothing we can do. And I pray for nothing but as much, health and prosperity for her kids as possible. But the people in the comments who are like, I had 12 kids by the time I was 14 and I'm still doing well. But imagine if you didn't have 12 kids by the time that you were 14. You would have done better. Until I got on this app, I never personally met someone who was a teen parent who wanted that for their children. And it wasn't until I got on this app, I saw that there were a lot of delusional people who want to make themselves feel better about their decisions by justifying them for others. But in real life, so many teen parents in my family, and I never once said, yeah, I hope my daughter has a kid at 16. No, because they know. So the willful ignorance has to stop. We know that certain things make your life harder. We know that keeping a dirty ass house is going to have psychological effects on your kids. We know that having a whole bunch of kids is going to prevent you from giving each of them the attention that they need. We know this. So get out the comments saying, oh, well, it's not going to be that bad. Kids don't deserve not that bad. And the reason that people are trying to be honest about this and very frank about this is because we want you to have a better and easier experience. Can you make it while going through some of these extreme circumstances? Yes, you can. Why would we want you to go through the extreme circumstances?
I don't think anybody in this world should have 6 kids. I really don't give a fuck what age you are. Because being 26 with 6 kids is absolutely fucking insane. And obviously, somebody is not being taken care of the way they're supposed to. You could be a millionaire and have 6 kids. Financially, those kids will be good. But mentally and emotionally, they absolutely will not be. So being 26 with 6 kids and not having a good amount of money, somebody is not taking care, like them kids are not where they could be. Because although I didn't see the original video or whatever, I did see Tori talking about it. And then today the girl popped up on my For You page talking about, I see there's somebody who made 23 videos about me and blah, 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 and my kids are well taken care of. And now, where I got real shocked is she was saying when she was younger, she didn't feel loved, or she didn't have love. And at 14, her first baby daddy, I'm going to go ahead and get the fuck off of this, because teenage pregnancy is something I can't get behind. I can't. But before I scrolled off, I did go through the comments, and somebody was like, well, her kids are, housed and fed and clothed. And somebody else was like, that's the bare minimum. That's the bare fucking minimum. Feeding, clothing, and housing your children that you chose to have is the bare fucking minimum you could do, along with love and goddamn affection. That's what you're supposed to do as a parent. Because the girl was talking about, I didn't ask anybody for anything, and my kids are loved, and I give them the love I didn't have. Are you saying that you had kids simply because you didn't have love when you were a child, so you felt the need to grow up? Not even grow up, because you're barely a fucking adult. Your frontal lobe has barely developed. But you decided to get old enough to have kids and then start popping them motherfuckers out because you didn't have love as a child? Let me tell you something. I've told this to my mother and my sister, because my mother said that she had children because she wanted someone to love, and my sister said that she has had children because she wanted someone to love her unconditionally. Those are not good fucking reasons. And there are some people that think that any reason that you decide to have children is selfish. I get it. I don't fucking care, right? Whatever. But growing up and having 6 kids so you can love them in the way that you were not loved as a child, first of all, is a bad reason. Second of all, it's not gonna fucking work. There is no way for a single person, she said first baby daddy. So I assume she has multiple, but even if it was a 2-parent household, there is no way for 2 parents to equally give love to 6 different kids. At least one of those kids is lacking in some department, because every time you have another child, that oldest one gets a little less love. I've seen it happen in real life. My sister has 4 kids. I've seen it happen in real life that when that baby comes, that oldest one gets a little less. And not only does that oldest one get a little less, that oldest one now has to help take care of that second one. And then so on and so forth. And then so on and so forth. You're 26 and you got 6 kids. Your kids are not getting the financial stability that they deserve. They're not getting the mental stability that they deserve. They're not getting the emotional stability that they deserve. I truly believe that no one in this goddamn world should have more than 2, maybe 3 kids at max. 1 kid is great. 2 kids is perfect. 3 is fucking pushing it. You don't need to have over 2 to 3 kids. 6 and not even 30 is so fucking insane. No.
26 with 6 kids is crazy. It's crazy. Well, I'm not judging her. That was her decision. She's happy with the decision. She said she enjoys her life. But baby, 30 something with 1 is like crazy. Wild. 26 with 6? How y'all not jump off a cliff? How don't y'all don't just y'all don't have intrusive thoughts? Y'all don't want to just sometime? 26 with 6 and 1 on the way. It's crazy. Crazy.
Did y'all see the 26 with 6 kids, girl? I was like, oh my God. When I first seen it, I was about to say this is rage bait, but it's a 2-for-1. It's rage bait and it's real. So I'm like, oh, why is your kitchen dirty like that? It was giving me anxiety. The side of that stove was so dirty. I was like, oh, what is wrong with you? And she had to mop in the kitchen sink, rinsing it off with the Fabuloso. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Oh my God, get a mop bucket. She said, oh, the mop bucket. You can't get another mop bucket. If you can't get another mop bucket, you do not need to have 6 kids, because a mop bucket is not that expensive. It's just really not. Why you can't get another mop bucket, honey? Be so for real. And then it's like, What does one person need with 6 kids? Like, I cannot imagine in this lifetime or the next, even if I was a millionaire, I can never imagine having more than 2 kids. Like, 2 kids is enough kids. Like, I don't care what nobody say. I feel like that's enough kids. Mm-mm. I just don't understand why one person sit up there and keep having kids and then they see the circumstances is not getting better with each kid that they have. Like, some people brain cells just ain't adding up.
Maybe yes, I'm 26 with 6 kids and I'm doing the damn thing.
Y'all saw that video just like I did, but I really feel like y'all are going to argue with me on this one because I do not understand all the negative reactions that she is getting. I genuinely don't. I have seen think piece after think piece after think piece like reprimanding this girl for having so many kids, and it's like, I get it. I genuinely do get it. 26 with 6 kids, that's diabolically insane. I was like, let me look at her page, because before I judge anybody, I'm going to take a look at your page. I just want to see like what's going on, like what's the tea. She's cleaning the house up all the time. Like, she genuinely cleans up. Like, the house is not filthy, it's not nasty, it's not even cluttered. It's, the house looks fine. And I know y'all gonna say something about the cabinets. Cleaned the hell out of them cabinets. All she had to do was be told one time and she took care of it. For it to be so many damn people in that house is clean. There's a man in the house. She's the father of her last 5 kids. She is still with and together, and they live together in that house. So it's not like a fatherless household. To know that she had her first baby at 14, 15, I don't see how anybody doesn't immediately think, like, what happened to this girl? Like, what has happened in this girl's life that has led it to this point? And it's not giving an excuse like, oh, she had a hard life, so let's excuse this. That's not at all what I'm saying, but you have to be realistic at the end of the day. She became a mother at the age of 15 years old. Her brain wasn't even formally developed yet. I'm gonna be so blunt and serious. That girl did not stand a flying chance in hell from the time that she had that first baby. I have a 12-year-old myself, and when she does get to that age, if she ever came to me that she was pregnant or something was going on, I would automatically assume, like, who was abusing my baby. She said herself that she really don't have any family. They never really loved her. She lived with her grandma. She got pregnant at 14, 15, moved in with that baby dad. She never had anybody, a mom, sister, cousin, grandma, auntie, nobody there to just guide her and help her and teach her anything. To not give her any grace for that, or to not give her any room for that, is crazy to me. I had my first at 19, my second at 20. If I wouldn't have had my mom, my grandma, and my sister to help me, there's no way in hell I could have done it. They're 11 and 12 years old now, and I still struggle with just the 2 that I got. And I have the support in the village. So now what I see as a 26-year-old woman making the best out of the situation that she's been dealt with and doing everything she can to make sure her kids don't repeat the same choices. Do I have certain opinions about certain things that she does? Yes. Do I agree with everything that she does? No. Overall thing is, y'all are mad at her being 26 with 6 kids. That's it. That's all. And there's such a bigger picture to look at, in my opinion. And I've seen a couple videos and somebody was like, this is the new Brazilian Jenkins. They are not even remotely slightly comparable.
Hello, I just want to address something. I see that there's a creator who's made 23 videos about me, my story, and my life. I've never got on this app and asked anybody for anything. I'm just here to post my content. And all I ask from you guys is to like my content and share my videos. That's it. I don't know why people see 6 kids as there's a lot of people out here with multiple kids. I have 6 kids because as a child, I was never loved. I'm trying to give my kids the love I never had. I needed my kids, if that makes sense. I needed them. I was 14 years old searching for love, and my first baby daddy, he was that for me. My kids are loved. They're happy. They're fed. I play activities with them. I make sure that they see that mom's trying. I'm trying. And I'll never give up on my kids. Never.
At first I thought she was joking, but she's serious. 26 with 6 kids and 1 on the way? 26 with 6 kids and 1 on... You like it, I love it. I guess for the same reason you made 4 kids at 26, for no good damn reason. But my thing is, it should have never gotten to the point where anybody would have to step in to do that. When you have that amount of kids doesn't just happen by accident. And she's over there talking about, oh, that's why I have this many kids, because they are my family. That sounds like somebody that's trying to build something out of having multiple kids that they can't provide for. To where their middle school teacher had to drop off those cleaning supplies. I know we all have our stories. I know we all have a lot of stuff going on, but it sounds like instead of working on whatever trauma she experienced, because she said she was shot at 14, she didn't deal with that. Instead, she decided to bring more kids into a life that she hasn't even fully figured out how to process. Her brain just fully developed. It's like, this is insane. Like, yes, hopefully that money helps, but the fact that it even had to get to the point where they would need money off the internet after having 6 kids, like, that's insanity. And that is where you're wrong. It's not her life. It's not just her life when she decides to have 6 kids, 6 of them. It's not just her life anymore. Go to bed and wake back up, because what you're saying is garbage. Maybe you didn't get enough sleep, because talking about, oh, because it's not your norm, that shouldn't be anybody's norm. That's not normal. To keep having kids while living in squalor, to keep having kids when you have beach towels and sheets as your curtains, to keep having kids when you can't even keep your house clean. No, that shouldn't be anybody's normal, and it damn sure shouldn't be those kids' normal. Yet again, she is not the only one that has to live with it. I'm not saying I have to live with it. Like I said in that video that you just watched and left this comment on, they said that it's her life. It's not just her life when she brings 6 kids into this world. And she's not the only one that has to live with it. Those 6 impossible kids are the ones that have to live with it. And the thing is, we've been kids. We've all been kids. I remember when, at one point, me and my family were living in this dilapidated house in Camden. I mean, this house was so ugly on the outside, and it wasn't that great on the inside, but it was hideous from the outside. And I remember walking home from middle school, and I would wait until the people that were walking down the street that went to my school at the same time would be away, because I did not want them to see me going into that damn house. These people are so damn selfish, and they're not thinking about what they're putting their kids through. They don't give a damn. And then all these people that are coming on here acting like I'm saying something out the way by saying when you're poor, you shouldn't have 6 kids and have 1 on the way. I feel like that's pretty reasonable. They're never going to be able to provide those kids with the lives they deserve. Girl, I just looked up the house. It's condemned now. Should have probably been condemned when we fucking lived there. Look at it, nice and boarded the fuck up, because it wasn't habitable even when we lived there. The porch always was like soft spots to where you could tell if you, like, it was on its way out, it was rotting away. I was always very thankful for that big tree in the front, because at least it covered majority of the house, so by the time I got on the porch, people couldn't see me. This house looks exactly how I remember it in my memory. That paint hasn't changed. That's exactly how it looked when we lived there. Oh, so I guess somebody's talking about the amount of videos I made. I did not make 23 videos about that one person in particular, if that's what y'all are trying to say, because that never happened. But if that is the case, I made 23 videos, she made 6 humans. Am I well, or are they well? Y'all checking in on me about 6 on 23 videos, checking on a person that keeps having kids and is pregnant. And also, not knowing how to listen is also wild, because in that video, didn't I say I did not make 23 videos? I did not make 23 videos about that person. So please listen up. And even if I did, for you to say that that's more wild than having 6 kids, you can't be trusted. I guess it needs to be a crime, because otherwise we can't have any common sense to know that someone that is living in poverty should not have a baker's dozen's worth of kids. I think that makes perfect sense. I guess somebody needs to make it illegal for you to have over a certain number of children for people to know that they shouldn't keep having them when they can't afford them. Yeah, they are here, but kids don't happen by an accident like, oh, I'm pregnant again. Immaculate conception. The next step is to never have another child. That's the next step. But instead of y'all being all upset that people are judging, like, oh, y'all talking and making all of your videos isn't going to change how many kids, and her continuing to get pregnant isn't going to change her situation either. But you're saying, oh, get a job. I have a job. And for you to even say that to me when she couldn't even buy a bucket to mop her floors is wild. Trying is not enough. Trying is not enough. And if she was trying, she wouldn't be having any more kids. Y'all are being ridiculous. If y'all don't like what I'm saying, scroll. But I'm going to talk about whatever I want. Don't forget the part where she say with her man, I guess stay. Some of y'all don't get it. Okay. She stayed with a man, that makes it worse. And I knew she stayed with a man because I can hear him in the background while she's cleaning that filthy kitchen. I could see him in that video where they're in the living room with what looks like towels or sheets up to their windows. Yeah, I know there's a man in that house. That's always the argument when y'all have no other argument about how many videos I make. Would you count this as being a 24th video about her because it's off of the video about her? I respond to other comments, and it might be about a similar scenario. And I have other people that are around the same age with around the same amount of kids that I'm responding to. So all of those videos are not about her. I even went back and counted. Y'all are being ridiculous. Check your damn self in if you're over here worried about 23 videos over 7 kids. Trying is not enough. Trying is not enough. And if she was trying, she wouldn't be having any more kids. Y'all are being ridiculous. If y'all don't like what I'm saying, scroll. But I'm going to talk about whatever I want. Y'all are being ridiculous. And y'all know y'all are. And y'all are acting obtuse. Oh, why is that unacceptable? If you can't afford curtains or a mop bucket, do you think that you should be having an 8th child? I would say no, but I guess that I'm just being unrealistic. Who made me God? You did. Because I stopped you right in your tracks and you couldn't control yourself. But to leave a comment and try to control me, I guess you think you're God too. No, they didn't count. And you know why? They did the same thing that people did when Christian said that I made 49 videos about him. They just went with whatever number that creator says to say, oh, this person is talking about me. They made this many videos, which never happened. That never happened. Girl, because I'm like, where did 23 come from? Multiple people were saying 23. I'm like, 23. It had to have come from somewhere. Because y'all aren't just parroting something that somebody else didn't say. And I'm blocked. And, you know, rightfully so. I'd block me too, especially if I wasn't ready to hear the truth. And, you know, protect your peace, queen. I'm sure that it's very limited. A roof over your head and clothes on your back and food in your tummy wummy is not enough to say that a child is taken care of. That is the bare minimum. And then you're going to conflate it with, what do you want them to all have BMWs? No, let's not be ridiculous. And did you ever think that God placed me here for this purpose? He gave me free will to make these videos. And I would also like to point out that that video was not about her life. That was in response to a person that said they're taken care of. And I asked them, what do they qualify as being taken care of? So that's a standalone video based off of their thoughts of what they think qualifies as taking care of your child. Focus on your purpose, unless your purpose is here to try to tell me what to do. I honestly don't know what's going on, but it feels like I'm in the twilight zone. It feels so unreal because somebody on one of my comments was like, oh, what good does bashing her do? How does bashing her help her and her kids? And it was like, instead of bashing her, give her the resources so that she can be a great mother to all 6 of those kids. And that's literally that's the problem. You say that as if that's a positive thing, as if that's okay. Do you see the products of those generations where they had 12 kids, how neglected those kids, how traumatized those kids were, and what they grew up to be? A lot of them turned to drugs. So let's not act like we don't see the outcome of people having kids that they can't provide for. That's not normal. It should have never happened, but that's all they knew. We're talking about a generation of people that were maybe 1 or 2, possibly 3 generations removed from enslavement. Y'all are being ridiculous. You know that that's unacceptable. And then to use something where women, only thing they could be was homemakers, the only thing they could be is mothers. Just stop it. That was never okay. And now that we know better, we should do better. In this day and age, nobody should have that many kids. Spiteful, I don't have a malicious bone in my body on this topic at all. I'm thinking about those kids and y'all aren't. Y'all are thinking about the mother's feelings. That's what y'all are doing. Ask that 11-year-old how she feels.
Ask her if she's been enjoying how she's been living. And actually come back when she turns 18 and then come back when she turns 25 to see how her life is progressing and check on those kids, because I've seen this play out way too many times before my very eyes, and y'all are being willfully ignorant. And I think a lot of us are very lucky that we were not raised in a digital age, because there are so many people, because not just, and I'm not talking about her, in general. Look at the Resilient Jenkins. The fact that they could come on here and showcase how neglectful and filthy they were living, and then knowing that some of those kids are school age, you're going to showcase how you were raising these kids to millions of people, including their potential classmates, as if kids don't come on these apps, as if these videos don't make it to other apps. Like, you, one, are already not caring about how you are able to take care of them financially and emotionally. Now you're going to expose them to potential outside stressors from people that are going to see, like, oh, that's why your family's poor. I saw your house is dirty. Like, this is just additional things that you are creating that can fall back on your child. I would say the oddest thing is someone commenting, oh, not you trying to get clout over somebody else's life. When I made my video about her, she had well under 10,000 followers. She had probably like 5K. You think I was trying to get clout off of her? If I was, I would have probably did what other people did by stitching where she was cleaning that kitchen to show how she's living. Versus I made a video that did not tag her, that did not have any image of her or her kids in it, but I'm the one trying to get clout off of her, please. So I knew that reading comprehension was at an all-time low, but I also didn't know that y'all couldn't listen and comprehend. So in that video, I said what's irritating me is people coming on here saying she's trying her best. So with that sentence, who would be irritating me? Y'all or her life? Her life doesn't irritate me. Like you said, it's not my life. It's y'all that are irritating, including you. Go ahead and do it, because y'all are being goofy. No one is harassing her, but y'all want to be the same way you look, goofy. You're wrong. You're wrong. And the thing is, I'm not even going to tell you how you're wrong, because if I make a whole video explaining it, then y'all will try to make it seem like I'm obsessed, but y'all aren't even willing to watch her damn videos to know what you're talking about, because you're wrong.
Help it but to be mad at the next person and what they doing with their life. Baby, yes, I'm 26 with 6 kids and I'm doing the damn thing. I get up every day and make sure I do something productive around my house. I make sure that my kids see me cleaning up. I make sure that they do their part while they cleaning up. I used to think that everybody was right when they used to tell me, oh, why you got so many kids so young? It's gonna mess up your life. But baby, look, this is my life, and I...
Mind you, this is my first impression of her. Like, I was never mad. So who's mad? Are you trying to convince us, or are you trying to convince yourself? Because what? It's always weird to me how y'all will come on here trying to go viral and put your whole business out there, like exploit your family and your conditions, your living conditions, your poor choices, and then sit here and be like, oh, you haters, all you haters, don't judge. I'm like sitting here like, sis, that's what happened when you put your business out on Front Street. People are going to judge. Mind you, she says 6.5 kids, 7. She's pregnant, so it's 7 kids. Like, like the half is going to make it any better, but ciao. I think the only thing that I could honestly be mad about is the fact that you have decided to continue to have children, and there's no way at your age and with your capability are you able to financially, mentally, and emotionally support the needs of all your children. So I think that's the part that like makes me side eye you, because I think it's extremely unfair. And I feel like a lot of y'all see children as just like accessories. You don't think that they like have feelings, and you feel like they need the bare minimum to be happy, which is completely untrue. Like, why don't you want to give your kids like better than the bare minimum? Like, why do you continue to have kids and then be like, well, I feed them and they got like a place to sleep. That's all that matters. Like, that's really all you want to give kids. Like, they deserve to have the same experiences as other children whose parents have made better decisions and financially planned for them. Like, that's the part I don't get. I don't get that. And then it's like, y'all don't want to have your kids have a savings account, a car, help them with tuition for college, help them with like, you know, being adults. That's why we have so many angry, poor adults in this world, because their parents just had as many kids as they wanted because they're selfish, or just had them when they weren't able to financially have them, and, you know, kept doing it, kept having children. And then this is what happens. It's called like a generational trauma. It's like basically creating the same cycles, and then like you know, it's like her children are going to have to claw to get out of poverty. And that's the same with the Jenkins children. It's just really unfair. So that's my only thing that I get really annoyed with. And I think that people like don't take more seriously. And it's the same thing with people say, well, poor people deserve children. Okay. But do the children deserve to be poor? Okay, that's all I have to say. So, and the other thing that's really annoying is she's like, I get it, but I do the damn thing. It's like, okay, so does every other mom. Like, do you want a cookie? That's what we all have to do when we choose to be moms. Like, it's my birthday today, and I was up at 7 a.m. cooking my daughter a full breakfast. Do you think I want to do that? No, but I'm a mom. And the other thing, please wipe down those goddamn cabinets, the white cabinets. It's your kitchen would look so much better if you wipe those down. And you know what, sis, I get it, because I have white cabinets and a toddler, and I still look at myself in the face like, why the fuck did you do that? I mean, I got them before I had her, but I'm like, shit, I'll just paint these bitches black, because they get so dirty with a toddler. I can't imagine with like 6, 7 kids. Like, ugh, poor decisions.
I just want to say thank you so much to my middle school teacher who came and brought me this stuff so I could get the cleaning. And I absolutely thank y'all for y'all positive comments, and I thank y'all for y'all negative comments. I'm just a 26-year-old that's trying to give her kids the life she never had. You know, nobody knows my story. I'm not going to go around making anybody feel sorry for me, but what I will do is put my big girl pants on and move forward. I don't ever put my problems on nobody else, because they not their problems, they my problems. I always took accountability for everything that I've done, my kids, my life, everything, and I've made the best of my book by its cover, because I'm out here making something out of nothing sometimes, and I'm happy. As long as my kids happy and they smiling, that's what makes me smile inside. Every day I wake up, I'm grateful for the life that I have, because I got shot when I was 14 years old. I don't know if I even would have been here to have kids. So that's why I have so many kids. My kids are my family.
Oh, you already did it without me?
Okay, I'm going to make this quick as possible because this is a whole mess. And when I mean a whole mess, I'm talking about the stuff I've seen on TikTok. She came out with this video. Of course, people are going to have their different opinions on what they feel like shouldn't have happened. And the women, specifically Tori, was the one who got the most backlash. I've seen her go back and forth with women. It turned into them talking about looks with this lady just because of the video of her. The very first video that I posted of her, that video alone is what got the back and forth between her and the women. She literally said that. And then she started responding to everybody's comments in the chat. And then it came to a bunch of videos. And then the original content creator came out and said that Tori made 23 videos about her and she didn't. So that became a mess. And then she went back and forth with this one chick. And the chick was like, look at you and look at me. So the girl, Tori, posted a video about her and then posted a video about the girl and said, yeah, look at you and look at me. And then the girl responded saying that she thinks she all that because she's a little lighter and a little thicker. And she responds like she never said it. It just was a whole mess based off of a few people's opinion. Now, I don't even know how we got here. I was trying to listen to the lady's story. Now, for me, I feel like this. The kids are already here. You got to do better, right? You know better, you do better. But I personally feel like this woman had all these children based on the trauma response. She did say she got pow-powed on. She did say, she had to live with her grandma. Nobody really loved her. She never really had any family. So she's emotionally relying on her children to give her that love that she never received. And she give it back, which is not healthy, which is why people should seek out therapy and try to figure out what's going on with them. Honestly, that's my opinion on that. As far as her living conditions and everything, I mean, she cleaning up. She getting up. Child, we know kids. You can't have nothing with kids, child. But, a lot of people are saying she's trying to be like the resilient Jenkins and get rich off TikTok. People are already asking her for her PO box and her Cash App to send her money. If y'all ever feel like sending people money just cause, I'm gonna leave my Cash App below. Y'all go and hit that up. This lady said so herself though that she doesn't want anything. She just wants people to watch her content. And people are gonna watch it. She's already at 10,000 followers, so she's gonna be a TikTok creator soon, because I think this video or one of her other videos got 2.8 million views. So she'll be a TikTok creator soon. And if it don't shut down again on April 5th, because they said it is, then she should be good, right? So I don't know. People are going to have their opinions. But again, like I said, it's about optics of a situation. People are going to judge you based off of what they see. And the video I saw was when she was twerking and dancing, talking about by the time she hit 40, she'll be able to turn up because all her kids will be older. So it was a good thing that she had babies at 14. And I was just like, oh, okay. So, I mean, it's the optics of everything. And she got another video talking about middle finger to my haters. F y'all, she did that whole trend and then let her kids do that. I personally don't feel like I would be having my kids do any of that. No, y'all not doing that trend at all, no. But that's just me and how I deal with my kids or whatever. But then the other video that the lady saw that I posted prior, the first interaction with her, she saw her say, y'all hating, y'all just want something to hate on. I feel like when y'all come on here and y'all want to tell your story, you can always tell your story. That is your opinion. But when people hear these stories, just because the news is not new to you does not mean it's not new to us. And I keep saying that. The news that we hear be new to us, not new to y'all. For example, years ago when I was going back with irrelevant trolls who decided to stay in the same spot that they were in, I explained my story trying to help another woman out of her situation, right? I was homeless in my 20s, my younger 20s. And it wasn't even that long, honestly. I was homeless for about a year. It was about a year. I stayed at a shelter, and then eventually I got my own place with the help of my brother, and I haven't been homeless since. But it took me having a conversation with myself, telling me it's my fault for allowing these things to happen. You are the creator of your own reality. Do people do things to you? Yes. Do people affect you in some type of way? Yes. But at the end of the day, it's not what people do to you. It's how you handle it after. Once I had that conversation with myself, once I held myself accountable, I stopped doing the things that I was doing, allowing the people in my life. I started taking accountability of my behavior as well, because I wasn't no perfect person, and everything stopped. So when you go online and you say all these things to people about taking accountability of whatever you are experiencing, because you created, people want to be victims all the time. So, but anyway, the point is, when I was telling that story, it was basically to help other people, right? If she's telling her story, that's cool. But it looked like she's still in her story. People want to hear the ending of the story. Okay, what happened to you afterwards? For example, again with me, I am a homeowner. I am happily married. I have beautiful children that we are raising together. And you know, make y'all see my vlogs and my TikToks and all that other stuff. We progressing in life, period. That's what we're going to do. But if I came on here talking about something, my son's about to graduate. He's turning 18. And we're about to move to this next shelter. Y'all would be like, well, damn, you ain't do nothing to improve your life, to improve your livelihood. For me, it looks like she's still in it because someone had to give her the cleaning supplies she needed to help clean up. Now, are her kids alive and well? Yes, for the most part, they do look like they're alive. They eat every day. She cook. And my goodness, this is a side note, okay? If y'all look at her cooking videos, she can stretch a meal, okay? I seen another lady stretch a meal with 1 pound of ground beef. She had the 1 pound of ground beef. She had like 2 links, and she made spaghetti. She made chili. When I tell you they know how to stretch meals between 6 people, And I'm looking, and if anything, I'm jealous of that, okay? Because when I cook at least 2 turkey logs. And if I do cook 1 turkey log, it would have to be the 5 pound turkey log because these kids eat. So the fact that she's stretching the food like that, I need somebody to teach me. Please let me know in the comments how y'all do that, if that's how y'all cook, please. Because these kids will eat up the food. And for some reason, I be at the grocery store every week. Help me. Anyway, back to this. It's crazy because when somebody have a different opinion of somebody's lifestyle and somebody expresses that they have the different opinion of the lifestyle because somebody puts that lifestyle on there, people get mad at the people who say they don't agree with that lifestyle. And they tell the person to stop harassing and bullying the person that decided to put their content on here when we wouldn't know any information if they put their content on here. Just like y'all wouldn't even know information about us if we didn't put our content out here. And then y'all harass and bully us. That's I don't get it. It's so weird. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this conversation. But what I will say again is her deciding to have children based off of nobody really loving her and she want to do that. That's not the responsibility of the children to do. Your children are not your emotional puppies. They're not. So ladies, if you are thinking about doing that because I think that's one of the most mistakes that a lot of women have is when they have a child because they're like, a child will love me unconditionally. Like, and it's like the lady said, like accessories. That's not the way to do it. If you guys had a baby and the baby happened, life happens. But to have babies intentionally for the fact that you need somebody to love you, to provide that love that you couldn't receive from anyone else that you've encountered in your life, that's not their responsibility. That's a big burden to carry. And if you're doing that, or if you don't have kids and you're a young lady and you're considering doing that, I'm here to tell you, please don't do that. That will not benefit you, and that will not in no way, shape, or form benefit the child. Now, it may benefit you, but not the way you think it's gonna benefit you. You're tearing up your children, your family, your legacy, and it's gonna cause everybody else down the line to be destroyed. And that's gonna turn into another topic with the son husbands or women who can't be in relationships because their mom wants to control who their daughter be with. It's a whole cluster. Please don't do that. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.
We in a no hyena zone. Anti-hyena zone.